congratulations on tonight. I'm so excited for you. I love this. I've loved your trajectory from Power Ranger to Disney Princess and now Scream Queen. So when doing this film, I feel like for this whole thing to land on your shoulders, because if you couldn't sell pop star, it doesn't work. Was there like a pop star boot camp for you? Like, how did you go through kind of creating Skye for yourself?
Someone else just asked me this, and I'm kind of thinking, bloody hell, we should have got a boot camp or something. No, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, I actually think there wasn't a lot of time to prepare in terms of just sometimes the way things go with movies. It's like I was cast and we had a few weeks and then we were kind of there, and that's okay. Like, I just dove in head first. They already had some, things were in motion, choreography and some costume and crafting Parker's vision for who Skye was. There were things already in motion. There were some songs that were already written. So I kind of just allowed myself to step into that and craft how she sounded in the studio with Idarose, who's a writer-producer who wrote and produced 4 of the songs. And trusted. It was a bit of a trust exercise with myself, to be honest. And I felt like, for me, the most important part was for me to just understanding who Skye is, and the other parts and the musicality part, I didn't want to overthink,
Talk to me a little bit about your progressive journey of wanting to now dive from like an average person into a superstar.
Well, in coming back to a sequel, I want to make sure that I wasn't just retreading the first one or doing some obvious continuation. I wanted to do something that felt really unique and exciting and unexpected for an audience. And if they're going to give me their time, I'm going to deliver something that they didn't see coming. And so, all those early ideas that came to me about a sequel I sort of threw out, and it was about landing on this character of Skye Riley, this mega pop star, that sort of hit me like a bolt of electricity, and I got so excited to tell this story. And yes, she is this public persona with fans and is incredibly famous in the world of the movie, but we kind of go behind that velvet rope and really are put in the shoes of this incredibly vulnerable, emotionally fraught human being. And my hope is that audiences will discover themselves really relating to and identifying with the character of Skye, and it's the fact that she's public facing and this big celebrity that exacerbates things times a million, but everything she's feeling, these pressures to sort of pretend to be somebody else, in public versus what you're really feeling on the inside. I hope that's a universal, relatable thing for audiences.
I've had a chance to actually see this movie, so I've heard all your incredible music.
Oh my gosh.
And I just want to ask you, because I felt like everything was themed so perfectly. Everything she was singing was really what she was feeling in the moment. So when it came to writing the songs, were you able to see the film or the script beforehand? Like, were you able to really get on the nose with that?
So I had read the script, but I hadn't seen the film because we wrote the songs before the filming started because of the dance scenes and everything. So yeah, it was very interesting having to base it off of the script, but we really wanted to capture something that maybe wasn't in the script. What was she feeling deep down?
As someone who gets scared, what was it like for you working on a horror movie? Is it as scary on set, or is it just like, we're going to play some pretend, a little make-believe, it's going to be fine?
The set feels like a normal movie. The set doesn't feel scary. It feels like you go in the hair and makeup trailer, everyone's really nice. They're playing Camila Cabello on the radio, and then you go and do the show, and it's nice. So I didn't feel scared. I didn't have to. I don't have to do anything.
And congratulations this year. You've got Strange Darling, and now you've got Smile 2 passing the torch.
Yeah.
It's a big year for you.
It's a good year, yeah. I can't really complain. I've been very, very fortunate.
How excited were you to be invited back to kind of pass the torch on Smile 2?
I was really excited. I mean, it's a rare opportunity that something gets a sequel, and then, the fact that I was able to come back was nice. I loved working with Parker, and being able to collaborate with him again was really exciting.
I thought it was such an interesting choice not to follow Kyle's character. So I love that you did that. Can you tell me, did you know that from the beginning, that you were just going to kind of let him pass the torch?
Well, listen, I love Kyle Gallner. I want to put him in everything. He's an incredibly good friend and an incredible actor, and he's just the best. I mean, and so it's incredibly tempting to center the movie on him. But like I said, that first month of me trying to explore ideas, it felt like the obvious continuation, and I had to put it aside. And so, what was really fun was I wanted to make sure that there was connective tissue with the first, and of course, the first film ends on Joel, so I needed to bring him back. And it was funny, when I sent Kyle the script, I forewarned him. I was like, listen, there's a new main character, but Joel's in this film, and he read it that night, and he wrote me back right away, and he was like, you made the right choice.
Congratulations on tonight.
Thank you very much.
This movie is fantastic. I've seen it. It's so good. Were you more than stoked to be a part of this new sequel of this franchise?
Oh my God, beyond. I mean, I love the first.
I know.
I love the first one. He's insane, amazing. He's also amazing, but he's also insane. But I was so happy to be a part of it. I'm really lucky.
And this isn't your first foray into horror. I watched Panic, loved you in that.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. Please, thank you.
So when it comes to filming horror, is it scarier on set? Is it just is there...
It can be. It can be, but this was great. This was really fun. Everyone has such a good sense of humor, I think when you do something like me, I was just there as a morale guy being like, it's okay, it's going to be fine, so it was good.
You're like, we got this. Were you stoked or insulted? How does it work when someone goes, you know what, you have a perfect creepy smile?
It's a very funny feeling because you're like, wait a second. When I was filming it, an extra came up to me and was like, I really love watching you work. You have a terrifying face. And I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Talk about were you pulling from other iconic pop icons? What were you feeling?
Yeah, so I think Lady Gaga and Sia and Rihanna were all big inspirations. I have an artist project, so I pulled a little bit from what would I do, but it's darker, it's deeper, it's the gore. We wanted to have kind of these words, these key words, but not be all gory. But it was hidden deep down, blood on white satin. Why? Why do we go there? Yeah.
Now, just to get into the creepy mood of it all, what's the last time you were scared? What scared you?
Oh my gosh, I think a bird chirping. I am scared by everything, so truly it's very easy to scare me.
Theaters, by the way. See it in the theater.
100%. I think that's the best way to go about seeing, especially a horror movie like this. You have to see it in theaters. It's a whole other experience.
I understand the intimacy of somebody on the couch, but why not 700 people all being scared together? I think we need that as a species right now. We need to come together and be terrified together. I mean, we've done a fair amount of that, but in this way, a movie.
So when you get scared at the movies, what's your go-to move? Do you look away? Do you cover your eyes? What do you do?
I don't know. I think I just my head sinks down into my sternum. I clench every possible muscle. I don't cover my eyes. I just close them and then I go like this so I can hear.
You're like, let me hear the tension. When is that going to break?
I'm planning on losing about 2 pounds tonight from the sweat and the stress. It's like a big exercise. It's just one,
And another bold thing, I think your endings are wildly bold to kind of go for the darkness instead of the light. Is that something that you've always wanted to do, whether with the first one and continuing on with this one?
I think that there's a lot of different ways that you can take horror. It's really about, for me, it's about exploring what it is to be a human being in all the ways it's terrifying to be a human being walking around in this world. And, there are these extraordinary, supernatural, external circumstances, but my films are about human beings going through something, and maybe it says something about me, but I'm just always curious about what can happen.